Welcome to the Scale Builders Guild.
And also welcome to Harleydesigns, the cheerier side of the live takeover this week.
I'm losing it. If you guys can hear me, then great.
Matt is having some technical difficulties. You remember when this used to be how we started every week? And it was absolutely maddening because we would change nothing. And we'd come in here and everything would be different.
Yeah.
Now, this week, you have changed everything. So there's that.
Apparently they can hear me, so that's good.
Hey,
that's good.
That is a fantastic start. And I'm happy that that things are going to normal. You can now bring your heart rate down a little bit.
You're still out of sync, so not everything is perfect.
Yeah, that's no surprise. But it's the new year.
It is. Welcome to 2022.
Well, the year of no.
Yeah, I saw that you said that. The year of no.
The year of no.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the year. We posted our first Road to Scale Nationals video today, both of us. Which is just what I'm looking forward to the most.
Agreed.
Yes, the fact that we're going to Scale Nationals and we're going to go compete against each other. Call it competing against each other.
Wow. It's sort of like, it's a little bit. I think I've got a chance.
There's always a chance.
Always a chance.
There's always, especially for the fact that my class 1 will be, I'm calling it at this point, mainly untested. But I'm calling it.
I think I figured out.
I
think I figured out why my audio sucks. I'm going to try this, swapping this to here, and hopefully that's better now.
Okay, well, I still have you on this side.
Yeah, so it was the wrong mic. So I think I'm on the wrong, or I was on the wrong mic. Now I think I'm on the wrong.
No, this one goes in your mouth, and this one goes in your. No, wait.
I am losing it. It's not good. Yeah, this is better. Brazen Scale's in here. Thank you for checking in, Brazen. It's a mighty fine chassis that you've got there, sir.
The chassis.
I've ruined it.
Did you cut it? Did you cut it already?
No, I fixed part of it, but I ruined other parts. I put 1.9 475s on there, which obviously that's not legal for class 1. I just put them on there because I wanted to put wheels on. I was sick of it not having wheels.
Yes.
And hey, remember that other thing yesterday where I was like, do you think this is supposed to be like that?
You had something wrong, didn't you?
I did. Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, that's very odd. And
that's an odd way to do it, isn't it? Yeah. They were too far forward.
I was wondering, but
it's fixed now. Anyway, pretty excited to have that C1 Pro.
Yes. And I too have a Brazen Scale. That's not necessarily intentional that we both are. If anything, it's just a good call by Brett.
He's like, you know what I'm going to do?
He's like, no matter what, I win somehow.
You're a winner, baby.
I do have, this is the ATL Pro? ATL?
Yeah, the Atlanta.
The
dirty South.
The ludicrous chassis.
Why didn't he call it that?
I know.
That's a great idea.
This is on my C2. You're running it on a C1.
Yep.
I will say that I have contemplated. I'm just like, if I'm going to run the same truck, maybe I should, I could do a chassis update, just change everything.
That's a thing.
Dumb idea, but I don't
know. Not all ideas are dumb.
Yeah, I have a lot of them. So there's plenty to pick from.
Now my mic is even better. I had it on the gain, the mega gain. Dude.
+10.
It was plus 1 million. I think. So
You have just forgot how to do everything.
I don't know what's going on. Everything is so screwed. It's because I switched computers and I was like, I got this. I got this in the bag.
I got this. No
Wrapped Graphics, thanks very much. No comment.
As well, Wrapped Graphics, I thank you for the donation. Only fair, I donate some to Josh for a change.
Well,
it's Matt and I actually pool tips, and at the end of the night, we tip out the servers and the.
Although, I hired my wife. My wife now gets paid by the Scale Builders Guild.
Good. That's a nice write-off.
Yeah. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. Only it's Rebecca in both cases.
Her name is Rebecca. Yeah.
Can we fix the level on Josh's shirt? I can try to fix it. It's, he's always going to look like that. There's nothing we can do about that. But
Bearded Raleigh says, "Get it? Servers."
Let's make it. We're gonna make it a different orange. There we go. That's better.
Nicole says, "WTF? She wants paid."
She wants paid.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, well, get her on doing stuff. Yeah, Rebecca helps manage the community on YouTube now. Sorry.
You're going to start using the community page?
Yeah, I'm using it quite a bit. Like, literally almost every other day now. $50 on Matt to beat Josh at Nats.
Now, is that just a blanket? That can be any of the 3 classes? Because that's like that opens it up. I'm just saying.
According to your math, DK said that I paid for half of Nicole's bail because if we pooled tips. Yeah, I made it Cheez-It orange instead of Cheeto orange. You actually look like the best you've probably ever looked on this side.
So here's the thing. I have 2 soft boxes in here. One that's like cloud light and one that's whatever you call it, the face light. And the one was, these are the lights that I use when I'm working in here all the time. They're just the lighting I use. And the one that had a bad fan in the LED controller, and it was starting to get a flicker. So I ordered the exact same LED light fixtures that I had before. Mm-hmm. And this one, I have an old one up here and the new one here, and this is way warmer than it was before.
Okay.
And it slightly bugs me, but I don't mind it.
That's probably actually why you look better.
Yeah, it's
God. You're so out of sync now. It's I hate everything about computers today. But otherwise, it's quite a good day. Back to work again. I actually had a color session today, which was pretty fun. That's where I watch someone else who's good do color. So they color correct all the video, which is pretty exciting.
That's pretty interesting. Do you sit there on your phone on TikTok while they're doing that going, looks great?
No, there's it's not yes.
Could you just put up a green screen and just have a video of you sitting there?
My buddy did that actually. He had a thing where he walked in with a coffee cup and just kind of went up and went and walked out on a loop. So every 5 minutes he just did it. What I was doing today was I was actually editing a video.
Emotional, damn it. I've seen that TikTok everything a million. I have it stuck in my head all the time.
I don't know what that is.
Anyway,
I don't watch enough.
Catch up with the times, Matt.
I have a TikTok.
So do I. I don't produce any comment.
I produce some. I was talking to RC Driver the other day, Greg. Greg Vogel, and he's like, "You got to put up one of your FMS Toyota videos up there." The last one I did has nearly 1 million views. I was like,
"Yeah, the view numbers are
what?" Wild. Mine don't have anywhere close to that.
I know.
User 1, I got. Thank you very much. What's CHF in terms of currency? Yeah,
as a currency. Never heard of it.
I've never heard of that one.
Czechoslovakian francs.
Probably not. CHF.
I almost guarantee it's not.
I'm gonna look that up real quick. Hey, Dave, how are you, buddy? He's building up a gatekeeper.
Gatekeeper.
Oh, it's a Swiss franc. Ooh la la.
I was so close.
So this is our first show back in the new year. We should talk about that real quick. Did you have a nice break?
I didn't take. I took Friday off.
Oh, cool.
From live feeds, but that was about it. Beyond that, Well, I mean, I worked Friday still. I didn't really take it off. I just didn't do a live feed. So that's what I mean by taking it.
I don't work. I don't work at all. I didn't work at all.
Yeah,
I took the whole time off from the 23rd until yesterday.
Well, it was nice. I took the new year this year to like actually try and, I've never been big on like the whole resolution thing, but ahead of time we had discussed on what, I kind of wanted to do different this year. And I took Saturday, which was the first, obviously, and emptied this studio.
It's really unnerving for me to see as much floor as I can see. Did you actually it must have been the way you had it before. You had to have had your chair up on like a brick or something so you could tilt your camera up so it wouldn't see any floor. Because now there's floor. You did. You moved your chair down, didn't you?
I did not. No, it's all the way up. This is as high as it goes.
Just a very short man.
Yeah, it is wild. Now, I literally everything moved out of this room, which was, and I did a bunch of reorganization. I found a bunch of things. I'm like, this has to go. This has to needs to go in a cell pile, which got big, and then just kept doing that. But the problem was that a lot of it just moved out of the room, and then that took me all day Saturday, and then Sunday I'm like, all right, I'm gonna get the things that I put out there, move what I can, what needs to go in the garage, make some decisions back and forth. And then I got a migraine on Sunday that just took me out all day. I slept until like 5 p.m. But Nicole came back on Monday.
Yeah, at like 4 a.m.
Well, it was supposed to be midnight. So
DFA, baby. Or DFW.
Yeah. But I also had to do scale news. So normally I come home on Mondays and I film and then edit scale news, and I usually finish up by about midnight. So I was just like, well, that leaves me 0 time to do clean. So I got home, did some cleaning, filmed, went back in, did some more cleaning, started editing, did some cleaning, export, just like back, dishes, this, that. And then her flight gets delayed. So it goes from 12 to like 1, and then 1:30, and then 2:30. And then we didn't end up getting home until 4:15 in the morning.
That's the kind of flight
it was just like, if it would have been like, it's going to get in at 4 o'clock, then I would have been like, okay, I'll go to sleep and I hope I will wake up.
Right.
In order to go pick her up. But it just kept getting pushed. So I was just awake. It was awful. Michael Chipman, thank you very much. He goes, for the help. And hi, Nicole.
The sword rules, or maybe it's the S-word rules. Thank you very much. Matt, bribe money. Can I hear more about your 3D Jeep scale comp body, details, printer, filament, layer resolution? You can hear about all of those things because when I started printing this, I actually kept records of how I printed everything.
Look at you.
Because I wanted to make sure every single piece I did was exactly the same. So I set up a preset on the Prusa i3 Mark III Plus.
Plus. I always forget about the
it's
plus.
important.
I'm like, is it
to
Pro?
remember the plus?
Someone asked today, and I was just like, Prusa i3.
I've got a computer.
And I deleted it all, and I just said Prusa.
I mean, you could probably buy the smaller one, but I don't think you can get anything other than the Mark III Plus.
That's good because I just said no.
Any whoosies. I wrote it down, but I think I put it in a chat with another person. It's 0.20 layer height, quality. Okay. Prusament Galaxy Silver, 75% infill.
Good Lord.
It's basically it's like a ABS hard body, only it's PLA. What other questions did you have? That's everything, I think. That should cover it.
What's going on in that door? It's all shiny.
Oh, that's secrets for another day. Well, no, I'll talk about it a little bit. So I was watching another channel on prop making, and what he's been doing a lot lately, more than anything, is resin 3D printed models, like like action models from like Marvel movies and stuff. And he was doing a Wolverine helmet, and one of the things he suggested was, it's a pain in the ass to sand these bodies, and I mean, I did a pretty fine layer resolution, so it's not a ton of sanding, but it would be a lot of sanding. He's like, do a very like basic sand on it. Don't go crazy. And then,
what is a basic sand to you, though? Is it different than what I think a basic?
I think a basic sand would be 400 grit. Just
like, long?
And then move on.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, basic sand for him and you is about the same thing. Basic sand for me is something else. Anyway.
Okay. That's what
he's
I was
like,
concerned about.
Instead of doing all of the sanding that you would normally do, throw a little talcum into some resin that you would use for your resin printer, and then paint it on. And then get yourself a little portable UV light and cure that after it's set after a few seconds. And it basically takes away all of the ridges. It makes it perfectly smooth. So that's what that shiny part is, me testing that. It's so smart.
So you're fully on board.
100%.
Then when after this, I'm gonna have you send me the link to the resin you're using. Because I'm probably going to use that to create some of the molds for the forged carbon fiber stuff, which I also tried to talk you into buying, which I think we were.
I bought
successful. Success.
So, but they wouldn't ship to Canada.
So you're going to bootleg it in. Yes.
I'm not saying from whom or where or when it's coming.
Little Smokey and the Little Smokey and the bird.
Little tiny Smokey and the Bandit. Nicholas Goslin, thank you very much. Thank you for the show. Thank you for watching. Much appreciated. So yeah, that's a question answered. I'm glad we got that out of the way.
Asked and answered. I have almost nothing for mail call. I have one thing, I think.
Well, I better get started now then.
Yeah, I would say so.
Okay, where to begin? All right, well, let's start with this here. Reefs RC sent me a care package that arrived yesterday. It includes many things, including something that's probably out of date by now, but a 2021 product guide. There's a lot of products in there. Most of which were received in this package. We got a patch. We've got a lot of different servo horns. I guess he was feeling. No, never mind. Long neck servo. V2 servo.
Okay.
This you'll like this one. A lanyard. Like the least wanted item in Mercy.
The biggest problem is that most lanyards have terrible clasps.
Yes, this one is a buckle quick release. So that one's probably better than the one that I know you're thinking of. 15-tooth massive horn.
Yeah, that's for SCX6.
Yeah, it is. Some servo extensions, some winch line, 5th scale screw kit. You probably know where this is going.
I'm thinking that there's a servo in here.
A very nice toque, or what you might refer to as a beanie.
Beanie, yes. Or a stock cap.
That's what I wear to sleep. Oh, oh man. Okay. After I get through this, I'll tell you a little story.
Uh-huh.
Got a nice t-shirt. And here we go. I got an 800 IS internal winch.
Ooh, good call. I've been thinking about that. You have to
I have two of these now. So these are receiver powered. So but it can handle up to 8.4 volts. So I guess you could run it off a 2S battery if you wanted to. But I have two of these. The speed, 0.07 seconds. But we don't.
Yeah, I don't really know how that
translates.
I have such a hard time now translating.
Yeah. How many feet per second? That's what I want to know.
Yeah.
There's also a 422 HD V2 in here.
Okay.
Which
somewhere around 422 ounces.
Yeah, 400 at 7.4 volts. Oh, that's why they call it that, I guess. I got one of the... I'm just kidding, I know that. Got one of the Operation Charlie special editions here.
Hey,
which is pretty nice.
With the
the gold bits on there. And then to add something crazy, there's a Beast 1000. Beast! Look at the size of that thing.
Yes, I do still have to get that in my... I've been waiting on the servo adapter for mine.
Oh,
but
right. And then, so that's all of Reef's. And then real quick, Bauhaus RC sent me carbon slipper pads for the SCX6.
Okay.
Because apparently a lot of people have been having trouble with their slippers. Not me. But
already then.
We'll see how that changes things.
I got some Crawler Innovations SCX6 tire foams. That's a noticeable difference from one to the other.
Excellent. So, I'm looking forward to that. I will get a set of those for sure, because that's the one thing that I found really kind of lacking in that truck was the foam quality was bad.
Yeah, lots of roll.
You could see it in Logan's latest video. He's got one too, an SCX6.
Yep, I saw it. I think it said that his video title said, "I got one." But
clever.
Yeah.
I get it. And then Ben over at Scale Crawler Fab Shop sent me a new pint glass. Although this isn't really a pint glass; it's a little bit small for pint glass. Just FYI, a Canadian pint anyway.
Right. Yeah, I was not drinking out of mine today. I was having green tea, which I have since finished.
Got anything else? Got anything?
I got a 5-gallon vacuum chamber.
Neat.
For my resin adventures that I plan to have in the scale, the Road to Scale Nationals. So I already have the vacuum pump. It is my pump.
Gas in the pump.
It's not my pump. It has your name.
It's not mine. That's not my bag, baby. One book. Enlargement pumps and me. And then right underneath it, this is my bag, baby. That's cool. Okay. What? Oh. I got this. I think this came from the past.
Hey, look, you got a TWS, VTR, CTS, ABC as well.
DFW, WTF. Positive caster angle aims to keep a straight motion of the vehicle.
All about the aim.
I'm pretty excited, though. It looks cute.
I mean, I happen to like those full-size vehicles in the weirdest way.
Looks adorable. I'm going to build this soon, though. I want to see what it's all about. Yeah.
Are you? Mine is put aside for now. I mean, I need to get it done.
Yeah,
but
I'm going to do it because it looks like a fun kit. And if your story checks out about the designer,
the MST
yeah,
roots.
it's MST roots, then I'm all in, because those are quite fun to build. They're good building kits. And it's nice to see a kit too.
It's been a while since I've built one of the MSTs. I remember the last time that I did. I built the CFXW and the CFX and the CMX.
I've done the CMX, the CFXW, and just those two.
Yeah.
Short story. The last one I gave to Matt Kearney, and he wanted it because he wanted to see what it was going on in there.
Yeah.
That was before the SCX 10.3 came out. So you'll see that none of the things in the ST made it into the SCX 10.3.
Well, I don't know. Maybe that's where he got that motor position from.
Oh, maybe. Oh, ouch, burn. I'm going to tell him you said that. That's brutal. Matt gets cool servo haul and Josh gets a fancy crock pot. Nicole, don't question the smells emanating from the garage.
Oh, I do have. I think I have two other things, but I only have one here. These, for those who are watching here, these are the gold version of the new Vanquish tank. They do look very good.
You could show them up.
I've got the red.
Show everyone else. Jeez.
Oh. Can you see that now?
Very good. Those are good looking wheels.
But
that's a great looking wheel.
Yeah, and the gold looks really good. I haven't decided what those are going to go on just yet, but we'll see. I love the gold. The gold, they possibly went in stock today.
Don't tell everybody because I need to get some.
So yeah, I don't know if they went on. If they didn't, they will be. Gold and red. So
red might be a good choice.
And I had the red as well, but I forgot to bring them in here.
Jeremy Kilburn said, you'll love those carbon slipper pads. Zero fade and they don't destroy themselves. That's what the problem is that the ones in the stock ones, aside from not being able to lick them, they don't seem to hold up.
Yeah, that makes sense. Interesting.
Okay. Did I show? I already had these last week, right? The low profile. Okay, great.
Yes, you did.
Show those.
Yes, the home servos. Yeah, the rest of my stuff is like boring.
I was thinking.
Stuff
I was thinking about this for class 1, maybe.
2700 kV Polar Pro V2. Is that the it's a stubby and a copperhead. Gotcha. Yeah. I think that I'm going brushed on both of them.
Gah.
I mean, it's super expensive, fancy brushed, but still. I've got the Crawlmaster Magnum Pro.
He puts there's
Trojan
Excelsior.
Crawlmaster Magnum Stubby is what I'm running in my class 2, which is a pretty awesome motor. Had solid luck with it. Really like it. We'll continue running it. I'll probably pull it out just to double check brushes and all that before I go 3,000 miles to use it.
Nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
But yeah, that's I did use that exact combo that you just showed, though, is exactly what I put into that hard body Jeep buggy that I got.
I've got, there's my class 2-3, which we showed off a little bit today. Are we done mail call? Did I finish with that?
I don't know. Did you?
Yes. Other stuff is just like, I got some resin and some printer filament.
That's all the rest of my stuff's all like camera stuff and studio
nerd stuff no one cares about. Story time. So for Christmas, my mother-in-law usually sends me clothes, and sometimes they're actually this one was one of them, but I got this for my birthday.
Oh, okay.
This time around, there was the red buffalo plaid, which is fairly common. Everyone's seen that. You know what I'm talking about. The red plaid
You
shirt
know
that I
what?
have.
We probably
Yeah,
have,
you don't.
but
Yeah,
very few of us are like, oh, that's red buffalo plaid. This one over here, that's blue waffle plaid, and this one here is
shut up. So she sends me that stuff, and I'm like, all right, cool, new pajamas in plaid. I love it. And then there was this red plaid hat, but it was like very, very loose, like not a lot of structure. And I was like, what? What's up with this hat? And she's working at a place called Mark's Work Warehouse, which is sort of like, it's sort of like a Harbor Freight for clothes. It's like work clothes. It's
okay.
like work clothes, but like nice stuff, good stuff. Like you can get.
What does this mean? This like you calling something? It's a trail truck, rather than
No,
saying
it's
the
like
performance sucks. You're like it's
you
a
can
trail
get like
truck. You're saying it's like Harbor Freight for clothes, but it's
you can
nice.
get like Carhartt as an example is one of the brands they sell there. So it's like good stuff, but I mean like in terms of like it's like work clothes. So I'm like
Okay.
racking my brain. I'm like $8 probably for this hat. It's a welder's hat. It's a welder's hat, 100%.
It's got
Yeah,
the short
bill, and it just covers your head. Doink. And I was like,
Yep.
that's a welder's hat, 100%. And I'm like, so I wore it, and I forgot that I was wearing it. I wore it out.
What?
Yeah, I wore it out. I was walking the dog, waving to people. Merry Christmas. Got my tiny brimmed welder's hat on. And yeah, I was like, afterwards, I was like, hey, Sarah, so, you bought me a welder's hat, right? She goes, yeah, welder's hat. That was great. Like, okay.
Maybe she's seen your videos. You do some welding.
Yeah, on occasion. It was an interesting choice, but I was thrilled. Like, yep, I'm gonna wear this out places. All right, so I'm sure most of you have watched our first week of Road to the Skill Nationals. If
get
not,
off this episode.
stop
Get off
watching
this
this
line.
right now. You're gonna spoilers galore. I'm saving these. That's for darn sure.
The mega sours. Yeah.
You can have one.
That was a great idea, though. Hand it to the judges beforehand.
Hey, here's a candy for you. And then while they're like,
yeah, you ready? Go.
reverse, 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 reverse.
Just go to the end. No, don't even go. Just go to the end. Like,
all right, we did it.
Done.
We what? Yep, no reverses, no touches.
I'm bringing Armageddon jerky for that exact same thing. I'm gonna go up to the judge like, here's the challenge. You have to judge me while you eat this jerky for YouTube. You ready?
Hit it. That's gonna be great. We're gonna actually, I think we're probably gonna get like completely eliminated from all opportunities for anything funny. They're not gonna let us do anything funny.
Yeah, we'll force it. No. Just force the jokes. That's how it works. The Gunner was here last week.
Yeah, he popped in.
Said.
Yeah.
Anyway, he dropped off a bunch of jerky. Yeah, because we had the jerky last week. It was Tuesday night that he stopped by and he gave me one. Anyway, when Nicole got back Monday, on Tuesday I got home because I slept in a little bit and then went to work a little bit later. Came home Tuesday after work, and I told Nicole, I was like, "Oh, there's a bunch of jerky that Gunner brought," because I left all of the original for her. I was like, "There's a bunch of jerky."
You left all the crap.
And
crap, but
she only likes the original. That's the only one she'll eat. Because anything else has a little bit of spice, and she can't do it.
Oh, brother!
But she loves.
She's lightweight, eh?
Oh god, black pepper is spicy for Nicole. That's not
Does she go? Does she? Is she one of those? Ooh, spicy. Ooh. She does, doesn't she? Ooh.
I mean, not far off, but and she she goes. I said, "Oh yeah, there's a bunch of that jerky in there for you." She goes, "No, there's not." I was like, "There's a box with." She's like, "No, I ate that already."
Oh my god.
She's like, she ate one bag on Monday when she got home at like 4 a.m. I went to bed like immediately.
Well, she'd be hungry after all that waiting.
Exactly. It was like 12 hours. But I was just like, what? Because she too knows the rule of when you open a bag of jerky, you must finish that bag.
Well, you can't do that with the meat sticks, though. You shouldn't do that, Josh. Josh, tell me you didn't eat a whole bag all at once.
Absolutely. Saturday, I ate that entire teriyaki bag. Bam.
But in how long? 5 minutes?
No,
okay, all right.
It probably took a couple hours.
Okay, all right. That's fine. Moderation.
What's the difference?
If you eat it all at once, you might die. That's a lot of salt. DK said Matt is appropriating welder culture. He goes, Checkered Past goes, doesn't want to appear snobbish when he's out among the common folk. Hello, normal person. About to do some welding.
Going to work, huh? Me too.
Oh, that's so good.
I have my blue collar shirt on today.
Nick, I'll bring the welder's hat out for next episode next week. And I'll wear it for the whole episode.
Brian Sherwood, thank you, sir. Closing U.S. border April 1st. Don't
Brian, why did you jinx it? You know it's going to happen, and I'm going to be stuck here again.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
Guy on a moose, Matt, I'm surprised you don't have an RC Sherp yet. It's not tracked.
Yeah. Do you have? I mean, I obviously don't. Like tracked vehicles don't do anything for me. The RC Sherp. Do you have any interest in that? Me either. I honestly, I just like, I see like the videos of the full size one, and then I'm kind of like,
that's cool.
It's okay. And then I see the RC one, I'm like, that's a little less cool than the full size one.
But I can't sit in that one.
Like,
and it's not for not trying. It looks like a really great recreation, and it looks like it's it's manufactured.
Sure,
it's definitely done well. But
yeah, I mean, I think
I like my useless vehicles, but that one's maybe too useless for me.
Yeah, I like RCs with 3 wheels, and that one I still can't understand why anyone would want it.
There you go. Yes.
Gunner Niston, thank you, sir. Let's have top 5 of jerky flavors. Number 1, Sweet Heat. Carolina Reaper, number 2. Let's see. 3, probably honestly, I think it's that turkey. The turkey jerky, God, I can't remember which one it's called.
The Jacobs. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like that too.
And then probably right after that, the meat stick, the teriyaki meat sticks. And then Armageddon has to be on there just because.
I like mango habanero. I think that would be my number 1. That's probably my favorite. Then followed very closely by all of the meat sticks. Then the new cowboy jerky. I quite like this spicy sweet.
It is good as well.
It's very good. Darwin wants to know, I'm supposed to ask you, Josh, where'd you get the silicone for the fender flare mold? That was an interesting color choice.
That's just the color choice it came in. I agree. I was just like,
do you want flesh or did you want another color? I'll take flesh.
And it's not when it's white in the
Sure it is.
deal, and then the liquid is a slight hint of, and you mix it up and it's just like, really
too much.
Like, it couldn't be blue or just so.
That's great. I love it. Oh, I guess the other thing for mail call, I feel kind of dumb not even thinking about this, but the C1 Pro did come yesterday. So I built this and put this together yesterday.
Yeah.
It's going to be good now that I have it all figured out. I've got some links coming too, because I'd rather not bother you to make me links. Bother other people.
Yeah, that's no, that'll be cool. And then I'm really looking forward to seeing the Jeep body.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked about that too. It's fun to do a Jeep two ways.
Oh, I did get my long wheelbase Unimog back from Joe.
Let's see.
No, not yet.
You tease.
Whose idea was
Not
this?
mine, but it's great.
Whose idea was it? I need to know this now.
No idea. No idea. Thanks, mods. I appreciate you guys.
Sending photos, and I didn't think anything of it. I was like, I don't know what this is for. And I didn't think. I did not think that I was going to be the owner of said photos.
It's excellent. I love it. Hi, Tim.
We show that here.
Please tell me Josh watched this week's regular car reviews video of the Gladiator. I haven't watched it.
I did not.
I'm going to, though, because I love regular car reviews, and if it makes fun of gladiators, I'm all in. There were so, like, in the mod chat this week, there were so many things about, like, there was talk of the towing capability of the Gladiator, and I said something like, I can tow more than Josh's Gladiator, and I don't even have the tow package.
But you can't.
Yes, I can.
Thank you.
Yes, I can. The Rubicon tows more than the Gladiator. Look it up. I promise.
I don't believe you, but I'm going to look it up.
Didn't we all vote on that at one point? Maybe, Travis, we did. I do remember a lot of the pictures flying and going, yes, that is a great choice of paint for that Unimog. Night Customs checking in. Hello, James.
Your tow capacity is 3,500 pounds.
Get ready for sadness.
Sure 4,500.
That can't be right.
That is correct.
Holy, how do we get rid of this spammer? We're getting spammed. Hide user on this channel. Yeah. Done.
Yeah, that doesn't seem to stop it for some reason. I don't know. I've tried that as well. But either way, I was glad that you were incorrect, because I knew that you were. But
you're welcome. I'll let it slide this one time. For some reason, though, I thought that there was something about the Gladiator that made it suck. Aside from you owning it, that makes it instantly worse. Blind Guy RC, thank you very much. Hey man, stoked for the new series, as are a lot of other people, it seems. It's pretty amazing. The Jeep bodies look awesome. I just want you both to have fun. That said, go Canada. Got a 10.3 JLU now. Excellent. That's thank you for that. Much appreciated. Michael Parker, thank you, sir. There's no question attached, but feel free to ask one.
All right. So you've got the two same. Are they the same JL Brute model that you're just going to only use the cab of on the Class 2?
Yes, cab only on Class 2/3 with I'm going to do some sort of tube chassis back cage doodad.
Right.
And then Class 1 gets the whole truck.
Right. So that's I mean, your effort on the body side will be significant to get that finished, right? where is the most effort going to land on you beyond that?
Interiors, probably. Because everything else is done.
But that's only a couple hours worth of work total.
You mean minutes. You mean a couple minutes worth of work.
I mean,
well, it's hard. I don't know. It's hard to say where I'm going to spend the most amount of my time after the body, because that's not insignificant. I think metal work will definitely be a big part of it.
Okay, because you are going to do a tube back half.
I'm keeping the rails, of course, so I'm not going to get truggy points.
Right.
But it's going to look really good. We'll get some points for that, I believe.
Yeah, well, you'll at least get roll bar, or whatever they call it, something like that.
Headache rack or something.
Headache rack. Yeah, it's one of them. I guess that might be all.
Yeah, but it'll look good, and I'll have a full interior with full men in it, probably, hopefully, some description.
Full men. I'm gonna actually mold my own men out of this pink.
And what a man! Here's Michael Parker's comment. Hey guys, new to RC, 3 months now. Oh wow, welcome to the hobby.
Welcome.
Yeah, I have the Axial 10.3JL, Axial Bronco, TRX4 Blazer, and TX4 Sport. I live in Mississippi. There's only one RC racetrack. Where can I go to find events to go to? Outside.
The evil. Go outside.
First.
But then the evil Facebook.
Yeah, you're going to have to look on Facebook, I'm afraid. That's probably the best place to start looking. You'll find a lot of crawler groups in your area that you could join up with, and I'm sure they'll have a lot of comps and get-togethers, or G2Gs, as I like to call them.
I'm not sure of, what part of Mississippi and whatnot, but I do know when I was just down there, I was in Gulfport area down along the coast, and a group had reached out at one point and said that they weren't far from there. So there's definitely people in the state, but it's not like, it's not like that means it's just down the street, depending on where you live. So,
but there could be lots of opportunities there. I think it's just, you got to reach out to the community in your area and connect with some common-minded people. But with all those trucks you've got, there's certainly going to be a lot of people that you'll hang with.
You'll find something. Buck Dandy, thank you, sir. Buck Dandy just made reservations for Buck Dandy to go to Scale Nationals.
Oh, all right. Welcome to the potty, pal.
He's not too far away. He's in Louisiana.
Oh, yeah, that's a hop, skip, and a jump.
That's not a bad drive. And Blind Guy RC, thank you. Hey, man, really love the body styles you're doing as well. Carbon fiber is cool. Play fair. Kidding.
Impossible.
Got scrub screws for the origin.
Nice.
Oh, good. He was looking for the set pins for the drive shafts.
Interpret, thanks to you, Matt, I cut up a perfectly good RC four-wheel drive cruiser body this week. Scary but fun. I'm glad that I can help get you to cut things up and ruin them. That's my job here.
Yes.
Gotta cut stuff up. I'm going to be cutting things like this Jeep body. Even though it's a perfectly good body, I think for class 2-3, I'm going to trim it a little bit.
You're gonna high side it a little bit. Throw some. Yeah,
got to do it, man. Got to do it.
But Buck Dandy actually is a welder fabricator on custom hot rods for his day job, but no welder hat.
What? I thought you had to wear one. I thought they gave them to you when you graduated welding school.
Here you go.
Will you wear your welder's hat while making your truggy back half? Absolutely. It'll make for great film.
Oh, for the video? Matching flannel. Matching. Yep. Now you know how you have to wear that, where the brim of
it goes over your ear. So you don't get sparks in your ear. Melt your ear hair.
As far as the rules for crawling comps, the comps that we're doing, their Scale Nationals, is specifically the SORCA rules. SORRC.
Don't go to the website. It's broken.
their website is currently broken. So the rules for the website right now are unavailable, which is poor timing.
Because we really need to know what those rules are for this year.
I got it.
I'm just going to wing it. They can't be that different.
Yeah, exactly. The Sorka site is down to transfer servers. Thank you, Brad. Not going to lie, I saw the website was down. I was like, wonder if the domain's for sale. I'm like, let me show you what rules are going to be this year.
Whatever Josh says goes. What was that other website that you bought that was really hilarious?
I own. The biggest one was Venture RC. That was that. For those that know of the HPI Venture, HPI thought they would have this really funny sneak marketing attack when that was first coming out in 2015, when that car was supposed to be released. So it might have been 2014 even. Anyway, they created the social media accounts, Venture RC, and they just had like little pictures of this FJ, and you're like, what is going on? So, but they didn't put anything else out there, and everyone was speculating what it was. So I just bought the website venturerc.com, and then I forwarded the traffic to Traxxas.com before Traxxas had a scale rig, and everyone's just like, it's Traxxas!
I can't believe it!
Oh my!
You broke so many people that day. That's so brilliant.
For a while, too.
That was great.
It was a really good joke. It was just
rules. Wait, Matt
I
Romero says the rules are same as last year, no changes.
Currently, right?
That's what they're saying. I got Gary Cooper saying the same thing. So
that's good.
That's great news.
If you go to venturerc.com right now, it just takes you to my website. So.
Womp womp. Major disappointment.
Oh, it was such a good one. I'm just imagining the people at the marketing team that was at HPI at the time, because it was before they failed.
Furious.
They were,
why didn't we buy that? God damn it. And then they were like, you know what? Don't worry about it. This truck's not coming out for 3 years.
Yeah, exactly.
We got lots of time to get another website.
Either that or at the time they're just like, cancel the project.
Yeah, forget it. Nobody will buy it now.
Oh my God. Oh, the rise and fall, the small rise and then immediate fall that was the HPI Venture.
So much potential. If it had come out when it was supposed to,
it could have had a huge
impact
chunk of the market, because the SCX2 wasn't out yet, and it had it wasn't a bad truck, but it's a bad truck compared to the other options for the same thing. So there's after the SCX-10 came out, there was no reason to buy a Venture,
unless you really wanted an FJ Cruiser body.
Which, who would do that? So,
I don't know.
I don't know. It's the Bronco 2 of Toyotas.
It's the Bronco Sport of, no.
Well, I won't even give it that. I won't even give it that.
Better.
The Bronco Sport kind of.
It doesn't look bad, does it?
The Bronco Sport doesn't look that bad.
It's cute for a city car.
Jeremiah Salberg, thanks, sir. If Josh was in charge of those rules, first rule: all trucks must be orange. No, only one truck can be orange, and that's already been taken. Every other truck must be a different color.
Yes.
I share the spotlight with
I almost considered painting all my trucks orange just to be that guy. And I might still do that.
My wall of this wall of orange has been completed.
But there's something not orange on there again.
No,
it's down at the bottom.
That's the Woods Runner.
No, just that one.
There's nothing there. I just grabbed it.
So I was like, it's empty.
That was this one.
Okay.
But now I can move all the way to the wall.
That's something you've never been able to do since this show started. It's the first time I've ever seen that happen.
We'll grab this Unimog thing.
Get that in a second. Here. Teleguided, thank you very much. Building a TF2 Marlin similar to mine. Oh, yours being mine. Only who can prevent forest fires? You have answered you, referring to me, which is incorrect. You should have chosen you. Would the SSD locking hubs fit on VP Rock Jocks? Yes. Ooh.
Yep. They're the same. They have an SCX102 version, right?
Yep. It should. Would that solve overdrive during trailing? No. It's only on or off with those locking hubs.
Yeah, and you're going to have two-wheel drive, and I mean it'll solve having overdrive, but
it will limit performance extremely. Yeah. You do not want to do that for that. It's really more of a scale item, like a functioning scale item, but I would not use it in a comp. It's definitely not a...
You would get scale points for that. You could absolutely get functioning scale points for 100%. Having that on the truck.
But it's not worth... it's not worth trying to do something like that to solve an issue of overdrive. That's not a thing. It's either not spinning the drive shafts, or it is spinning the drive shafts. That's it.
Yeah, exactly. Blind Guy RC, was I forgotten or did I miss
it?
You missed it.
He did say thank you.
Yes. Talked about being fair.
Lick a gasket. Is that... I think that's RC Ozzy RC Queen, I think. Lick a gasket. It's very funny. Should I make an SCX6 body from aluminum, Lexan, or Styrene? Lexan. Aluminum would be cool, though.
Aluminum, if you can get it right.
Thick enough.
I've seen a number of aluminum bodies that looked like someone cut windows in their air ducting.
Hey, and that may have just been an experience thing.
It very well could. I'm just saying, you got to have some pretty good metalworking.
Yes, exactly.
Skills.
Big Red Bitch, hello. How are you?
So, but yeah, that's
here's a good question.
I've thought about SCX6 doing something.
Yeah,
anything you put on that thing is definitely it could take a severe beating.
Yeah. So, somebody I know, LSD Concepts, I think his name is, on Instagram.
Yep.
Yeah, he did a Toyota Truggy. He 3D printed a big ass body, and it looks pretty good.
Yeah, I can but same thing, you 3D print a body, and you're around that thing, whoof, you could have several chunks of a 3D printed body in no time.
Yes. That's why you printed 75% infill. Then it's basically a hard body.
Exactly.
It's not that heavy either, Josh. Don't worry. It's probably no heavier than your carbon fiber body.
That's impressive.
Quality.
I mean, this body weighs very little.
This weighs very little as well. It's doing the same thing you are.
Exactly. It's a very measurable. It's a very,
I was actually considering...
How many of these can you do? Is it this?
Let me see here. Hang on. Easily 3. Oh.
But you only have half a body.
There's no more. There's a cab back. That's it.
Exactly. But I mean, if I was only using half a body,
well, okay. You know what? Just don't even get into this. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I actually considered buying one of those just to troll you.
I am thinking about not even using it.
Well, send it to me. This is PLA.
I do actually have real concerns about using it right now, is why.
Okay, hang on one second.
Especially because...
Michael Parker, thank you very much again. Here's lunch for the two of you in Alabama. I will not tell Josh that this money is for lunch. Thanks, I'm going to USTE 2022 in Florida. We'll try to go and watch y'all in Alabama in April. Come on down. Come on down. I said in my video it was in Little Rock City, which is technically correct. It's in Leesburg. I know that. That's the name of the actual city. But Little Rock City is where the event is, right? It's like a little like...
It's called Cherokee Rock Village. And its nickname is
right.
Little Rock
I'm
City.
still right then.
So, yes. You are, yeah. That is what it is. It is referred to commonly by people who are aware of it. But if you Google that, you may not come up
You'll
with
be
the
in
same.
Arkansas.
Oh, did you... While I was pulling stuff for my my video, I was like, I'm gonna go look for old comp photos. And
was it mostly just what's his face dressed up as a superhero?
No, I looked up for my photos of myself comping that was in they're in the tail end of that video. And yeah, it was like I found 2008 Josh, which is like backwards hat. I got a chain on. Oh my
How embarrassing for you.
I had just a goatee. No, just the
so ugly.
And then I had let's see, 2009 or 10, I think I had a photo comping at Little Rock City for when I don't know that it was my first time, but I think I've competed there 4 times in the past. So, couple of donations here first. I don't know how to say your name.
All right. P-O-P.
Question is, P-O-P. Let's get. You're trying too hard. Don't get down. No, you got to do more than that.
Just pop up.
No, doing too much. Do it again. Deep reference. Anyone know that?
Put it in the chat.
I'll allow it. It says, "Hi Josh, don't want to waste money on parts beyond ability of my TRX4 Sport. As a crawler, what electronic specs reach the performance plateau you mentioned?" You had another one here. I want to answer both of them. The second one was for the TRX4 Sport, are high clearance links and an upgrade that you recommend and is exposing the drive shaft to concern? Okay, both things. As far as the electron, if you're trying the TRX4 Sport, like we mentioned, that kind of plateau, you can take it to a certain point. From there, you could go even further. I think Brazen Scale might be one of the only ones that I know of that actually has a full comp style chassis that you can use the transmission and everything out of the TRX4 Sport. So if you want to keep going with the parts that you get, you can. But the base itself, I think, does limit it to being able to be like as performance minded as some of the others. But as far as like electronics, you can go brushed, like what we did in I think both of us were brushed in the budget build.
Yep.
Did you stay brushed? Yeah. And that's still going to give you like super smooth low end power. You can 1080 ESC even is still a great ESC, Hobbywing 1080. And that'll give you just smooth low end control. If you go brushless, you just end up with a little bit more power, a little bit less maintenance. And that's the reason that I oftentimes go with that. But brushed is kind of like the unbeatable standard of startup power or startup smoothness. So if you're really technical and, like even competing, that's why I'm probably going to go brushed on both of mine. And then as far as high clearance links, they are a performance advantage. I don't run them mainly because I don't like the style. And that's usually kind of what I'm...
The reason Josh is going brushed is that with the amount of Ooga-Doogas that he has in his throttle control, he's got to have that super low-end startup. Otherwise, it'll just launch itself off the rock.
I'll still find a way. I'll likely do it on purpose. Still.
Yep. That final gate when time's about to expire. Just watch that truck fly.
Oh, I've done that many, but if that's the case in those situations, I'll tell the judge that, and then I'll tell them that I'm going to catch it. Like, I've done it many times. I'm like, I'm jumping this, and I'm going to catch it at the end. Okay,
that's
Several.
Monthly mayhem in a day. We can just do it. Catch your own truck.
And John Highfield, thank you, sir. Josh, your videos have been very helpful with the assembly of my Phoenix. Got the diffs and transmission built today. Thank you.
What about my videos?
You're through the hard part. shocks are the only other part, which I have a video on as well. Beyond that, things start going together pretty much just...
Did you watch his first video where he opens the box? That's it. Thanks for watching. Box is open.
I don't think I did that.
Brian Sherwood, Josh won't answer me. Does Nationals use a stick to winch off of? If yes, what hook on the cable fits?
I don't know.
Pretty sure
it's
they're on a stick.
That's a case by case basis.
That's
a good thing to ask the event coordinators.
Some people only like to winch off of natural objects.
Yes, and that's a preference based on event organizers. That's not a rule.
It's not a sort of thing. It's up to the
organizer. They can be like, nope, you got to winch off natural terrain, which is a big difference and totally changes things.
It really slows things down.
Well, it dictates so many things as far as like course design, because if you're allowed to winch off a winch stick, winching is a much bigger part of things.
Absolutely, because you can do all kinds of goofball things with how you winch,
wild
and, like,
stuff,
the angle of the winch line, and like having one of those roof racks with the rotating spinny thing on it, which I've got 2 on order.
I've got mine here.
I'm glad that we're both in the same sort of realm of just going full comp with these. Doesn't even matter.
Yep, let's do it.
Any advice to stop 10-3 shocks leaking, or a cost-effective replacement? He tried green slime. Are internal shocks or internal springs any good?
That's not going to change that. Biggest thing is that if you're just trying green slime with the same seals that were in there, you need to get a rebuild kit and you need to rebuild the shocks. You need to replace all the seals. You need to green slime the seals before you put them over the threads and before you put the cartridge in, because you don't want to be putting the threads on that shock shaft through the seals under tension. You want everything nice and loose when they all go together, and then get everything compressed, and then don't overfill them. Make sure that you can compress the shock all the way without it building any pressure. Because if you build pressure, it's trying to force oil out, and it's going to go out the lower
Hydrolock.
Hydrolock is best case. Normally, it's just going to build pressure and then go.
Josh has done that on his build series, where he forgets to put in the bleeder cap. It's hilarious. Got to find it.
That wasn't during a build series. It was during a live build.
Eat a sour candy, Nancy. No, they're too sour. It even says right on here, mega sour. I'm not eating that. I'm not putting that anywhere near me.
What's the rooftop spinny thing called again?
Winch spinner?
We call them winch point.
Winch spool, maybe. No?
No.
Where'd you get yours from?
Mine is a high altitude performance.
I've got JECs on the way. I bought them. I hope they show up. How many squares does that body weigh? Good one, DK.
Okay. Here's my new, the new all CAD mold for the new interior. Nice. Interior tray. Here is my, here's my fender flare mold.
SSD shocks, yeah, they're pretty good. Why can't Axial make a good shock? Well, I don't know. I didn't have any trouble with the SCX-10 shocks.
Yeah, the SCX-10 shocks aren't pretty good. Bad. It's just you just have to, like I said, you got to do some of those things. Most people will either damage seals or overfill.
TRX 4 shocks are good.
TRX 4 shocks are good. This was the roof rack that I have, which is high altitude performance. It's aluminum, so you get metal roof rack points, and it's got the winch points, whatever you want to call them. These are actually just shock pistons. There you go. So you mount the roof rack to the body, and then you just have that point to wrap around. That's what we talked about, or what we called them. I think you actually got one you got one with a little propeller on the top.
Flying cars too, soaring comp trucks. Dana said Josh will have the only brushed crawler running 8S. That's a lot of S's.
But yeah, I had this on the Power Wagon because I had put that on when Schultz and I were doing the scale points, whatever you want to call
horror
that.
Show, the Scale Point
Grab.
Horror Show,
the Scale Point Horror Show at the Crawl Space in Colorado there, and Casey Childs, who is the proprietor of High Altitude Performance, makes these aluminum roof racks, and Akaika stocks them. Super lightweight though. They look pretty decent, and they give you those points. So
you got to get those points, baby.
Metal roof rack points. I think there's plenty of people who have done way less for metal roof rack points. Brett from Brazen Scale is absolutely one of them. He has got like the thinnest piece of brass he said he could find, and he's just cut holes in the entire. He's just like,
yep,
they allow
that's
it.
A roof rack.
I'm like, you know what? I'm not mad at you. I'm gonna go one further and just do. I'm gonna put a roof skin on the top of my Class 1 and just do a little bit of gold leaf in the center.
Roof rack. It's metal.
Roof rack.
Just paint on some of that sophisticated finishes with the iron filings in the paint. What are you talking about? It's metal. It's rusty.
It's rusting.
It's rusting before my eyes. User 1 said, West Desert Wheeler, Logan, just tested the Tekin brushless setup on the Sport and Phoenix comparison video. It isn't smooth at all on the drag brake. Then I think Logan needs to check his programming, because that is a good drag brake.
I posted my settings in my very last Bomber update. And I had worked with Ty with them at the time, and
that drag brake is amazing.
Amazing. It worked out great for me. Michael Parker, thank you, sir. He said, I followed your TRX4 Sport budget build. What interior did you use? The best interior that may have ever been created for RC vehicles, and that is
going to go away.
The Axial Bomber interior, the most universal fit, one of the best interiors that's ever been created. Axial Bomber. I don't have the part number memorized as I should by this point.
It is actually, for a Lexan interior, it is the best interior.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's got men in plastic suits, and about like this. Both of us. Wait, one of us is holding a map.
No, he's looking. Is he holding a map, or is he? He's holding the grab bar. Yeah, he's holding the grab bar so he can look at the GPS.
Does the VST Trans get forward motor / T-case points? Yes, it does.
It's forward enough.
It does. It's forward. It's got a gear reduction up front, and then it's got the transfer case gear reduction. So yes, it gets T-case.
I'm way behind, but yes, it looks like they're going to be using a stick, and they'll have a loop or a hook.
Let me see then if I have the hook that I recommend the most. After using a few different ones, I got this one from the guys at TGH.
What's your hook choice? I think they sent me a hook too. I don't have it handy.
I threw everything in this box, but there's already a lot.
I've lost my comp box.
Damn it. Well, never mind. I don't know what I did with it. But It's like a Home Depot little. It's an S shape, and it's got clasps on both sides, and you break off one of the sides.
Yeah.
And it's a solid size that allows you to hook up quickly and easily on those winch sticks. It's deep enough that it doesn't just fall out, and you gotta
Hook it back on.
put it back
You like the
in.
clip style, then? That's what you're saying. You're a clip guy.
No, this does you take off the
Oh,
retainer.
so then it's just a hook,
So it is just a hook, but it's the size that counts.
as with most things. Where'd my hook go? I had a whole bunch of those floating around here somewhere. I don't know where to do it.
So yeah, you want to. I wish that I had it here because it would be a good visual.
Darn it. I know I have it here somewhere too. It'll show up like the
I
day
thought I
before
put
the
it in the
comp.
top box.
Like, I wish I had
So-
that hook.
How many parts has Josh sampled on his latest build? The good thing is that it doesn't matter
Yeah.
this time because budget. I have thrown budget
Yeah.
out the window months ago.
There is no budget on these two trucks. I have spent more on these two than I have on anything else this year.
So I remember when I built the Class 2 to start with. I think I added up the cost of the parts on that one. I think at the time that was like an $1,800 truck with a Lexan body, and it even had a lesser winch. Then I added the Holmes winch to it, which is a beast. I threw on some of like accessories like this.
Yeah.
I mean, and this Class 1, I'm not going to add
Nope.
it up.
Because Nicole will get mad. RC Manchild,
Just-
thank you very much for the dollar redues. Thanks for the shock advice and all the great content. Anytime, my friend. Happy to help. Happy to help people. People helping people.
So I saw it full roll past here. Someone was asking about the Milwaukee sander I posted on Instagram. I don't double carabiner. Yes, that is probably a good thing to. It's a car key hook from AutoZone. Yes, Craig Banks. That sounds
It's
about
a
right.
fishing hook with
So,
the barb removed.
I imagine that people will be. You can find them at multiple places, I'm sure. Anyway, the Milwaukee sander that I had. It's a Milwaukee 3-inch cutoff wheel that you take that part off and you adapt a Harbor Freight belt sander to. Go onto eBay and search Milwaukee belt sander cutoff conversion.
That would make quick work
and
of
you
all
will
this
find it.
sanding I need to do.
in specific areas really quickly.
Right through it.
That's the method I would use a belt sander. They're big. Matt said 400 grit.
Just removes all of the material.
Oh, that's the other thing I got, but it's in the garage.
Night Eyes S Beaner is what they run. That's what it's called.
This is great information. I used it first because I borrowed Chris's personal truck, Chris from TGH. I borrowed his personal Class 1 for that comp that the Crawl Space had, the Rocas Rojo. And I was just like, well, that was when I first used the Holmes winch and I had that hook on it. I was just like, I need
Add
all of
to
this.
cart. Just got one. We got a three pack. Oh wait, no. I should actually.
Good call.
No, wait, hang on. I don't want the assorted 3-pack size.
No, you want 3 of
Is
the
it number
one
2 or
pack
number 3?
size. Ooh, it's a 2.5 maybe. Do they have that?
Are you being
These sizes
being a
mean
tool
nothing to
bag?
me.
size 1?
Like I don't know what size it is.
Size 1. Oh, that's only 5 pound. That's not going to do it. That is not going to be good enough.
I can't wait till they show up and you've got full size carabiners.
That'd be hilarious. Size. Oh, the 3 pound. Get out of here.
See if they have a number 5.
You don't even know what that means. Night Eyes.
which is better, a bumper winch or a servo winch? Absolutely.
Oh,
need a servo winch.
100%.
For like
Yeah.
competing. For if you're just having fun, bumper winch would be fine. But if you're competing, servo winches are where it's at.
Yeah, you got to have a servo winch. I'm like fascinated by these.
I can tell by that face you're making.
All right, back to the show. Thank you, XWAMTB. Night Eyes S Beaner is what the TGH guys are using. We've got it sorted. Thank you.
Just go to your local auto store. They're around.
Or
yes, number 5.
You can go to the Harbor Freight of clothing.
Yeah.
Check out the Harbor Freight of clothing.
Go to the AutoZone. Please go to the AutoZone in your cardigan and welder's hat, please.
Good day, gentlemen. I will be requiring myself to procure a Night Eyes S Beaner. Get out!
Yeah. What'd you call us?
Look, if it's not for a Ford or a Chevy, we don't have it. Get out of here.
Automatic or manual?
Our brake line only comes in rolls.
Yeah. Oh, that's all. Oh, can we talk about cages for a minute?
Yeah, just Paul's 1816. Thank you very much. How are kinetic winches viewed in comps?
They are basically not allowed.
What is a kinetic winch? Is that just like
it's an elastic.
I saw
strap,
somewhere that they
basically,
were allowed, but it just counts as a winch.
It counts as a assisted winch, which is like a 10-point penalty. So basically, that's not a like. Did you get before we go to cages? Remind me to go back. It at Nationals in Vegas, I had in there during the finals run. Basically, if you read the rules in a specific way, you can do what is called an assisted winch. And it's basically to allow for new people who possibly don't have a winch to have a chance at finishing a course. And they can basically grab the truck or their winch line.
Tow rope.
And they can just pull it. Like, I'm winching. But you have to make the winch noises when you do it. You have to go wee, 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 wee. Oh. Anyway, at the end of the finals course, one of the competitors was almost out of time. He was at the last gate. It's a very difficult gate and didn't have any time left. So he did an assisted winch and basically grabbed the truck and just pulled it through the final gate, which is basically just an assisted winch. Like, that's the way he was using the rule. And honestly, by the way the rules are written, it kind of plays. And it happened so fast and at the end, and it just did it, and the judges were just, and then, there's a little conference and everything, and basically it held, I think. I can't remember exactly how that happened, but I remember after everything finished and I was standing there with the camera and everyone just kind of like dispersed, and I was just like, it just happened. Like I didn't understand that. I was like, oh, he's using the assisted winch. It was a wild thing. He'd be like, okay.
How did that work out for him?
So
he won the comp.
I don't Ben says he won. I can't remember if he did. He might, like, this was the finals. So this was that type of situation. I don't remember exactly. I'd have to go back to my own video to remember that. But yeah, it was like a legit, like, interesting. Hey, like, if you know the rules, you've been in that situation before, that experience kicks in and you're like, do what you got to do to win. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, it would all depend on the length of the assisted winch, right?
It was not very long.
So was it, oh, that love face is back. Get out of here. Hide user. Goodbye.
Okay. Oh, so if I didn't remember if Akaika did as well, but someone else did it, and I believe it was class 1. Yeah, because we were on the lower shelf, and I think it was the first day, class one, and I think that was uh, not considered hand of God since the truck never left the ground. Yeah, it's basically hand of God is not allowed in comping. You have a reposition or a touch, but this is a specifically assisted winch, and yeah, if the truck, I don't think the truck can leave the ground, things like that. But yeah, so
interesting,
real interesting. Regardless, it was just you learn something. And I'm like, hey. If that's the rules and that's how everyone's playing,
we call this little move flying cars.
You just get like 3 gates in a row, and you're like, I'm probably going to get 10 points one way or another. I'm going to chuck it. Way, so like, yes.
Not a single gate marker.
So. Yeah, super, that. Oh, anyway, back to cages. So I discussed in the in our update today about in all honesty, absolutely over expectation of what I'm going to accomplish.
Yeah. Is this the cage work that you wanted to talk about? Okay.
Yes. Give me cage work. And it came up in the comments today, and it's something I've been considering for a while. And I think that it might be a good time to do it, at least to experiment. I'll at least possibly spend a day or a half a day experimenting to see if it will work. But that is to build my cage work for this class 1 and then possibly class 2 out of titanium.
Really? You're really going all in on this year of no.
Yeah, I want to get back to fabrication.
Yeah, man.
Like, fabrication is honestly what that's what I like to do the most. Whether it's, designing or I'm all in on getting to that.
I like it. I do have to admit, I think one of the main reasons that I gravitated to your channel back in the day was all the making.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to say I learned anything from you, but it was really fun to watch.
Right. Exactly. I'm not doing that. That seems dumb.
I'll just weld it on the bed. It's fine.
I've always been concerned that it was alienating people. And I do still think that whatever, getting into that stuff will not resonate with a lot of people. They'll be like, I have no interest in this. I'm not going to watch there because of it. But
I do think, though, that, if you're not pushing yourself and you're not challenging yourself and you're not learning anything, then you're stagnating. Yeah. And that's not good enough. It.
Nope. And I think that's been my biggest thing. Like, I've kept pushing on things, but
I don't mean you. I mean people learning from you, not being alienated. You're not alienating people. You're teaching people.
Yeah. I mean, I think you're probably right there as well. I would hope everyone would want to learn. But like when I'm just like jumping right in, like, all right, so we're going to build some stuff today. I want to build my own cage. And I'm going to start with my TIG welder here. And I got this titanium stock that we're going to use, and then
that might be a little alienating if I'm honest. But, like if you could do, it would be fun to see you do like a little series where you go high and low. So you do like, here's me TIG welding or whatever, MIG welding, whatever you fancy. And then here's me using a brazing torch. Do the same thing twice.
Yeah. So yeah, that's exactly it. Kevin's asking, so do you have a purge chamber or blocks? So with the size of the tubing, I think that honestly, I'm just going to be able to do it with a gas lens and high post or pre and post flow.
Words.
And since I'm just using solid rod for titanium, because I have a bunch of 3/16 titanium. So
don't forget your tiny welding hat.
I'm getting it.
There's plenty of channels that do unboxing and reviews. Agreed, Chainsaw, there is, and that's why Josh is going back to his year of no. And my year of no is a little bit different. I'm still going to be building a lot of stuff, and what's on the bench is probably my favorite thing to do, and stuff like that's going to continue. And I'll still do reviews of stuff that comes out that tickles my fancy. That's what it's going to be about.
Right.
If something comes out and I'm not into it, probably not going to see it from me.
A little bit. Oh, thank you.
The pizza's here. Your spicy pizza's here. There's pepperoni on it.
No. So, yeah, that's little things like that. I think that it's probably going to be a pretty decent change, but I think that
I'm looking forward to, even Road to the Scale Nationals is about building stuff, right? There's a lot more building required with this sort of truck than a typical off-the-shelf kit or RTR. Most of the stuff is not plug and play, and it's a little more challenging, and I think that is part of the fun of this series, is that we're sort of, for me, I'm pushing what I usually do. And so is Josh. He's doing things that he's never really done before. So that's all going to be really, really fun.
And I think, and I had said it in there. I'm going to each of the videos, I'm going to try and do it. I'm also thinking that these videos, the future ones, they may get long.
Yeah.
For me.
They might get long for me too. If it all depends on the sort of the subject or the topic you're going to be covering.
Right. I think that I'm going to each video, I said I'm going to try and put a how-to or whatever, at least I shouldn't call it a how-to because I don't know what I'm doing with some of this stuff. It will be a learning process for me. So I don't want to call it a how-to. Just be an in-depth follow.
It's less of a how-to. It's more of a how-do.
Yeah. Here's how I did it.
here's how I'm doing. One of the things that Brazen was saying, we were chatting back and forth about this chassis, and he goes, well, standard link length is 12.3. That's what this truck is set up to use. But those Hilux bodies, they're not 12.3, they're more like 11 something. So you're gonna have to be creative with how you get your wheels under the wheel arches. And I was like,
they have to be.
You don't have to stop talking. I'm not using that body.
Shut your mouth.
Shut up.
Shut it.
Yeah, we will be doing our own thing. And I'm set up to be a little bit long right now. It's more like a 12.7 wheelbase.
For your class 1?
Yeah, it's going to get shorter.
I'm at 12.3. That's where I'm staying.
Yeah, it's going to get shorter for sure. My class 2.3 is actually 12 right now.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that.
I mean, I think, it might be a little short for class 3, but you could always put longer links on for class 3 and have that be your whole swap out.
Exactly. It's going to be fun. I'm really looking forward to this year. Really, honestly.
I'm so looking forward to it.
3 years in the making.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Honestly, I've got my old class 2, the class 2 that I started for Scale Nationals down there. That's the only one that even still remains. Here for me. I sold the class 3 chassis right away. Class 1 I kept for a little bit, ran a few times, and then Scale Crawler Fab Shop, Ben, he's got it now. And he ran it the other day.
Oh, nice. I've got my class 2 still, Jelly Bean.
The Jelly Bean.
That is technically Ben's truck as soon as I decide to sell it. It's his. But I took the shocks off and I'm using them in class 2-3, so he'll have to find new shocks. The class 1 Marlin is still here, and the Ripper is back to being a regular Ripper again. I'm so glad that I didn't run that. That would have been a huge mistake.
It would have been a disaster.
Just awful. The mistake it would have been a mistake on so many levels. First of all, Ripper. Secondly, no.
I just saw Josh Thomas's comment here. Can we also discuss how you stole the Phoenix axles?
Yes. Yeah. Are you seeing that now? Yeah.
I saw the video and I was like,
What's going on with that truck back there?
no, I saw the video from the Scale Nats video this morning and I was just like, did I send him? Did he get another kit?
I do have another kit. I have.
I wondered if that was
I
it.
do have a second kit, but no. I just took them. I took them off. There's nothing under there anymore. But what a truck. I mean, the thing is, Josh, here in Canada, it's very snowy, eh? So it's not like I'm running trucks anyway.
Exactly. Keeps you from having to rotate the tires.
That's true. I can just lay them flat. Very effective. All right. But I did, speaking of this, I did get, it's going to be impossible to see, but I got the scale-built interior in there.
Oh, I see the glove box door at least. Oh, actually, we can see it pretty well.
So killer. I'm so thrilled with that piece. It's so nice. It looks really good in there, too.
It is a really good-looking piece.
It really brings the whole truck together.
Josh, did you make your chassis table or who makes it? I have three chassis tables. One I made out of 1/4-inch plate steel, little excessive. The second one I have is from Northwest Scale Designs. And that's the one that you've probably seen in videos most commonly. And the third one that I have is from Scale Metal Supplies. Now, each of them has things that I like about them. Mine, I like the weight. I really do. I think it's nice to have things that are so set and solid, sturdy. But I don't have the adjustments, and it was done on a shitty plasma table, so the holes aren't great. The Northwest Scale Designs one is great. And it's got all kinds of really nice measurements on it. It has some really nice jigs, and it's got legs that come with it, and you can adjust it. It's got link measuring stuff. A ton of really nice features built into it. But it's made out of stainless, so it's not magnetic. Yeah. So I use a ton of magnets to fabricate, and it sucks that the magnets won't stick to the table. So that's my biggest gripe with that one. And then the Scale Metal Supplies one that I have is steel. So magnets do stick to it, but it's much smaller. And it doesn't have all of the features that the Northwest Scale Designs one has. So I haven't found the perfect chassis table for me yet.
I've got one too. I've got the Northwest Scale Designs one, I think.
Yes, you have my old one. That's right. Because he sent me the V2 and I sent you my old one.
It's great. Oh, excuse me. Squeaky chair.
Not too bad. I thought you were grabbing it. You just wanted to bend over.
It's too heavy.
Sorry.
I can't lift it.
Oh, okay.
It's all the way over there. Don't lay them on the side. The sidewall will go flat. Oh. I guess I'll just hold them up in the air.
Right.
That was funny though, eh? Like it looks pretty good that way. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah.
I live in a bad neighborhood. They stole the axles.
I mean, that's honestly something that I drive by probably
every day.
Three or four times a week. I drive by a car that's up on blocks.
I was going to say, that's probably fairly common in that neck of the woods. Yeah. Not the greatest area.
No.
Every time I go there, they're like, you locked your doors, right? Yes.
Like, you didn't leave anything in the car that's visible, did you? Like,
well, I mean, no, just $1,000 worth of one truck.
Right, exactly. And times whatever. Stainless, not magnetic. Most stainless is not. There is some that is, but most is not.
Show us some rigs.
Well, I do have one here to show.
Let's see it. Get it out. Show us the crock box.
I still want to know who's responsible for this idea.
It's not me. I think it was a Jesse idea.
got words for Jesse.
Thank you. Those are my words for him. Yes. Long wheelbase. So what is it running the regular K? Oh yeah, it's just the 4-door body. Right. Turn it around.
Getting everything lined up. So this is my, you can see on the back corner here, it says Das Crocs.
Because it's a German truck.
And then on the side, it says Croc Life. And that's paint, by the way.
Yep, that's not a sticker.
That is paint.
Yes. Crocs with socks rocks. What's going? Is there something in the camera? What's going on with the K there? What is it?
It's like the lines in a tube sock.
Spectacular.
That's paint.
That's amazing. I love it. It's so good. That's so good. I love it. All the holes are perfect. That's really good. That makes my day. I don't have any. I don't think I have anything new to show in terms of trucks. Just watch the video.
Right.
Oh, hey, I wanted to show you this. Josh helped me build this monitor case.
Good Lord, that is way bigger than I mean, I helped draw it and knew the dimensions, and I still did not picture it that
well,
large.
It's not that big. It's a 7-inch screen.
Yeah, it's still pretty large.
But this is for a new PC build that I'm doing. This is a little stat screen that you would, have next to your computer.
Now, how are you integrating that?
In what?
In the for the new PC. Yeah. How are you? Where is that going?
On the table.
Okay.
But what I'm actually going to use, like, it's just like a standalone thing. Like, it'll sit in front.
I got you.
The cables. I'll get some cool coiled cables so it looks neat. But like, this is a stat screen, so it'll just show the stats of what's going on in the computer. Or, and I think what I'm actually going to use this for is I'm going to use this to be my OBS screen. So I can just have this sitting on the desk right in front of me, and it'll be like my little OBS display. So I can just like use that as like
that. That is a fantastic idea.
Is that a compliment?
Yeah.
Thanks.
I mean, especially because it
makes me feel pretty good.
I don't mean to always look up at the monitor.
Right, exactly. I'm always looking up. So I'm thinking maybe this down here, or that'll be just like off to the side. It'll be away, and I can just focus on the chat and Skype. Yes. So thanks for your help. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. Are you guys going after Sega having the fastest RC?
Oh my God, I saw that. And I was like, all they did was slap a PC on an X01. Right?
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like, I don't know that I'm really trying to chase that one.
No.
Like,
we already built the most useless PCs / RCs, exactly. So I think we're good.
Like, you want to talk about spending way too much on a useless project? Like,
oh boy.
Let's do it.
And then,
that's
it was a fun project.
That will only be rivaled by my Class 1 project. That will be the only thing to rival the
amount of time and money spent.
But this one will be less useless.
Yeah. Oh, Craig Thompson bought a brand new sealed box Axial Exo today. Not sure if I want to open it and build it or not. Keep it in the box.
Build it.
Build it, but then don't drive it.
Well, yeah, build it, then don't drive it. Agreed. At the same time, it's a dated car. We'll say that.
Brandon did a lovely job when he designed it 18 years ago.
It was the hottest car on the market at the time.
Mostly because Josh let his burn to the ground. Since you guys are getting together for Scale Nats, will you bring the budget SCX 24s? We could. We could actually film a little video there and finally get our running video done.
That's a possibility. It's one more thing to pack.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I mean, I'm driving, so there should be plenty of room.
You're driving, which helps. I am flying and going to take, well, at least I'm only having to take 2 trucks.
Yeah, exactly. Are we smart for doing a class 2-3?
I mean, I haven't totally ruled out the idea of building a class 3 yet, but
you boy, oh boy.
Especially since I'm bringing Nicole, so that gives me an extra carrying capacity.
Right. She can be your carry-on.
She can be my pack mule, as I've called her before, lovingly. Lovingly.
What was I going to say? Oh, Ian Turbot, or Turbo TT. I think it's Turbo TT. What is a good replacement for RC 4-wheel drive foams? Literally anything. Anything else. Put anything else in there. They're better.
But Crawler Innovations.
Yeah, Crawler Innovations.
Are still my go-to.
Crawler Innovations.
Which I'm going to have to start. I actually need a lot of foams right now.
There's so many things.
I bought a bunch from A-Main, like my standard go-to sizes. I go through so many 475 foams.
Yeah.
I think I bought 3 complete truck worth from A-Main a couple weeks ago, and I've exhausted all of them. I was like, how did I do that? It's I guess I put tires on everything. So I need to do that. And I need to see if I'm talking to Carl Innovations, and I've got a couple of trucks running 475 tires on 2.2 wheels. And I need to get some foam specifically for that application.
Slowdown said you can ship everything to him and he'll bring it to the park for you.
Well, I'm meeting a friend in Atlanta, where I'm flying to Fish, and I can send anything to him, and he's the one driving up with us. So, that's. Would driving be cheaper than flying, Josh?
No, not for him. For me, yes.
Not even close. Driving is not a cheap way to go.
How's that?
Especially.
Gladiator, terrible on gas. Right.
Not even. Thank you.
Oh yeah, sorry. You have the Overland edition.
But when you're talking about 3,000 miles, then you also have to do 6 nights of stay in hotels.
Yeah. I have one night in a hotel. The end.
Yeah. So it's
a little easier for me.
It just doesn't make any sense to drive. Nope. So plus all the extra time I would have to be away.
And all that car time with Nicole. Eesh.
We love road trip. I would absolutely drive if I didn't mind to be gone for an extra week.
Yeah. For me, it's 4 more days, so I don't have any hard time with that.
I don't really I got stuff to do.
Yeah. I've started making my list for things I needed to do for class 2 and 3. So
I need to start my list as well. When I cleaned in here, I put here it is.
The scooter from Dumb and Dumber.
So, my list making is about to intensify. If that had a sound effect, I would play it now. Gunner, thank you, sir. I'm probably driving back there. I'll bring you crap and Moose Jaw's beer. Hey, that's a good drive, Gunner.
Yeah, it would be fun. Go to a lot of places.
Truck. So,
somebody wanted to see the Huna van. It's quite heavy. There will be a video on this next week. Or no, Friday. It's coming out Friday.
That's this week.
That's this week. The end of this week. Just a little snow run. It's very fun. I thoroughly enjoy this thing. It's stupid.
It looks
but it
great.
Looks great.
I'd like to buy it from you to preserve it exactly how it is.
You don't want to buy this.
I want to buy it. Exactly like it is.
They just finished it, though. It's got a Canadian flag on the roof. Does that change things for you?
Nope.
Damn it. Not for sale, Josh.
Lies.
I mean, everything's for sale.
Exactly.
What tire would you suggest that is smaller than 475 but not Class 0?
Well, Class 0 is tiny.
Yeah, that's 4.19. Or Class 0 is 3.85? Or it's 4 inches and under or something.
Yeah, and it has to be licensed.
Yeah.
Original Pitbull Rock Beast.
Yep. That would be my choice.
One of fantastic tires. It's like 4 1/4.
Yeah.
4.3.
It's an excellent tire.
4.3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
people are offering me numbers $3,000. And then Tony CCXRC came in a little late with $1,250. Oh, Dakar Stage 5 starts in 35 minutes. Classic class. With the old school Toyotas. I gotta watch that. Is that on the YouTubes?
I've been catching highlights.
Is it on?
Which are always great for me.
Yeah. Is it on the tube? That one?
I'm not I've only caught
slow down
stuff on
Let me know where that's at, and I'll watch it.
Jeremiah Salberg, thank you, sir. Driving for me would not be an issue. No need for hotels. GMC Safari and a couch in the back.
Oh yeah.
Nicole and I had done some long road trips. I had made a thing for the inside of our Wrangler, so we had like a platform bed in there, and we drove from. Oh, it's when we drove to Canada when I went and saw Matt. I
remember that, and I got his autograph.
Yep. Exactly.
I don't mean to
that wasn't Canada. That was Pennsylvania.
I don't mean to embarrass you in front of all these people, but
different times. You're getting them confused. Starstruck both times, of course, but
second time I was less starstruck. I think. I've already met him.
I don't know.
4 out of 10 would not recommend.
Yeah, better than my normal average.
I get the feeling Josh and Matt are each other's eBay friend that helps each other drive the bid price up. Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I would do it if he asked, but I'd leave him bad feedback.
100%. Wouldn't expect anything less.
Okay,
yeah, it was a good one. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks to Wrapped Graphics, Michael Chipman, Brian Sherwood, Gunnar Nissen, Buck Dandy, Blind Guy RC, Jeremiah Salberg. The name I still don't know how to pronounce.
P.O.P.?
P.O.P. Thank you. John Highfill, Michael Parker. Thank you, everybody.
Wrapped Graphics, User 1, The Sword Rules, Nicholas Goslin, Blind Guy RC, Michael Parker, Teleguided, Michael Parker, RC Manchild, XWAM TB, Paul's 1816. Thank you, gentlemen.
We will see. This was week 95 in a row. 96 coming up in 7 days.
We'll see you next week. No live stream for me planned. That doesn't mean there won't be one. Because I got a slow week next week, so I might as well goof off on the internet. Friday, what are you building?
Yeah. I don't know yet. That the new year and the new plans could affect how Friday nights go, but I'm not sure what that means yet.
Okay, so, keep me posted on that.
Yes, I'm still planning to do lives regardless, but I could be working on projects that I have or whatnot. I need to acquire less new vehicles.
Yes.
I have a problem.
I also have a problem.
I have like a year's worth of live vehicles that have accumulated.
Same. And I don't even do them.
Small number of them I know. Only a small number of them have left.
Yeah.
So
well, let's just quickly say this. we should probably figure out that auction that we were talking about doing.
Yes, we absolutely need to do that because that
would help free up some space.
Yeah, well, the 50/60K truck winner was chosen.
Excellent.
That's done. The 50K or the Flex Seal AS410 is going up for auction. We've got the charity Grasshopper.
Cute.
That Moose Jaw painted to go up. That one will go to a charity.
Nice.
The proceeds.
Nice.
And then I think that there's a couple of others that could definitely find their way on there.
If you want Lexan trucks, there's gonna be a lot of those.
Yeah. So,
all right. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you on the flippity flip.
We'll make a decision on when that's going to happen for the auction.
Mm-hmm.
And
Scalies is also on the list as well for things
that one we're going to do towards the end of January, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
very good. Okay. Take care, everyone. Be safe. Be well.
Yes. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Bye.
Love you. Bye.